I would assume there were many in 1973 who had doubt in the ability and resilience of our people to withstand the test of time. And today we witness celebration of a key institution of our country that has remained fixed to its duty, faithful to its task, and ensure that our country gets served and our economy is functional. I want to personally, on behalf of our country, our people, throughout the length and breadth of our country, say thank you very much to Central Bank staff, to Central Bank governors of past and today acting governor, and to the Central Bank Board of Directors. Thank you very much for your continuous faithfulness. I will keep my conversation short. You know Central Bank better than I do. But one thing that I know better than all of you is my people's need. My people's need. Say, young fellow sitting here today reflects the class of leaders who've come before me. They too knew our people's need better than those of you who work in the Central Bank. We have to marry the two too. You know Central Bank better, we know our people's need better. You control the monetary policy, we control the fiscal policy. The marriage of these two must go in hand and work in tandem to ensure that our people, our country gets better than where we are today in as far as development is concerned. I look forward to the start of this journey now, 50 years on. We today stand benefit to those who are ahead of us. The employment we occupy today, the designations we occupy today, brother, in these lovely institutions are creation of those who came before us. We now must create the future for not just those who will occupy the work you occupy today, but more importantly, the economy that will come into the future. The economy I look into the future must be a bigger economy than where we are today. Because it is simple. With a bigger economy, our country gets to be served in a bigger envelope, a bigger framework, a bigger basket of money to service all our development needs. 1974, or 73 rather, our economy was an economy possibly under 5 billion kina. Because my record shows me that the economy at 1975 was an economy under 5 billion kina. Today our economy, I took over an economy that was under 80 billion kina in 2018, 2019. Today our economy has gone past 113 billion kina. IMF, Central Bank, World Bank, ADB says this, not James Marape. But even if it is 113 billion kina economy, when you extrapolate that against the need of our people, need for education, need for health, need for enabling infrastructure, need for law and order ambience that secures our economy, need to pay you, need to pay me. The need of economy is far bigger than the size of our economy today. The need of our people, rather, is far bigger than the size of our economy today. And it is incumbent upon all of us, and especially those who work in key institutions of state, to ensure that we grow economy in the first instance, and secondly, we dispense proper services to our people that serves them well and anchors the future prospect of our country. And so today I want to encourage the bank. You have been resilient, you have been strong, you have been confident in the middle of many conflicting working environment. You have been very, very competent. I just want to encourage you. Keep on working. Ensure your monetary policy is up to speed. It is competent. It is complementary to our fiscal policy to grow the economy and ensure that you are contributing to your country bigger, better, and in a more meaningful way. Don't accept the status quo. Today you are more informed, educated, more liquidity in the bank and the economy than what it was in 1973. As the governor has put it very clearly, looking at the communication infrastructure and communication ability of our country or even the world back then. From analog landline telephone communication today to operating in a digital space, in a digital economy where office is being run as a finger over your fingerprints or footprint or fingerprint. You have resources before you. You have information before you. You have knowledge before you. You have ability before you. I want this bank. If you took 50 years for us to come thus far, I want you to make the next 50-year jump in the next 10 years. That's a challenge I give you. What could have been a jump for the next 50 years, I want you to make it happen in the next 10 years. Because me, through fiscal policy, I would be making a leapfrog jump in the economy that would have taken us 50 years for the last 50 years, I'll be doing it in the next 10 years. And if I want to use fiscal policy to make a leapfrog jump in the next 10 years, I expect the central bank not to take the status quo, not to take what it is today and operate in a comfort zone, push the barrier, push the limit, check what you can do in the tools you have before you to assist our economy make the leapfrog. A bigger economy will have and give us the ability to give the modern PNG. You dream, I dream, and all of us dream of. A modern PNG that is secured, a modern PNG that has enough, leaving no place and no one behind. And I want to encourage the bank as we search for the right combination. Those of you at the board, eliminate any element of doubt you have in your own ability. Put forth the seal and mindset of courage, knowing that the bank can be used as an instrument to propel the economy to the next stage. For the next 10 years, I have Porgera in a better deal we have secured. The last Porgera, we had only 5% equity. That is what was owned by the provincial government and Enga people. We lost our stake in 2001 merger of Oregon and oil sands. We have come from that low place in Porgera to a better Porgera today. We're structuring for Papua LNG to be first gas by 2027, 2028. We're structuring a better deal in Pasca, in Pina, and in Wafi-Golpu. This will mean our economy is bigger, better, and as we merge that with our focus on downstream processing, as we harvest our fisheries, our agriculture, our forestry, our economy will get bigger in the next 10 years. When I became Prime Minister in 2019, I said by 2029 we must have a 200 billion economy. Some people thought because I was a social scientist or environmental scientist, I knew no economy. I was just making a statement off the cuff. I am not stupid running this country. I know exactly, I read my numbers. When we hit the 200 billion economy, at least our budget every year will have sustainability to meet. That is why I don't sleep and I work endlessly to ensure we reach 200 billion economy at the earliest. At the bare minimum, we can have sustainability in the way we allocate resources to all our key enabling sectors for economy. I bring this conversation to the picture to inform those of you in the bank. You have a key role to match expeditious delivery on programs and work in as far as the financial sector is concerned. You must remove impediments in the banking system. You must ensure banking systems are robust and serving our economy, and we all work in tandem, both my fiscal policy and your monetary policy. And I make mention clearly using the word your monetary policy to indicate to you my government stands in no way with any interest to infringe into central bank's independence and functionality, because that keeps a balance in the economy. That ensures that we work with the right check and balance in place. But I want to counsel you, that must not give you a complacency that is very, very common in our public service, that has permeated the entire structure of our public service since 1975. Complacency must not be in your midst. Self-interest must not be in your midst, but national interest, as we all work, push the bar in making our country reach the 200 billion economy and more as we go forward. After this, I want you all to do a research on South Korea. Madam Central Bank, Governor, and all of you, I point to South Korea as an example. Just 20 years before 1973, they were emerging out of the South Korean War, or the Korean Peninsula War. Their GDP per capita at the time was under $70 per person. South Korea is not bigger than our own Western province, but they have no octary in them, octary type mine. They have no fertile land like we have in Western province. In the space of last 70 years, they have catapulted into the 11th biggest economy from absolute poverty. At 1953, Somalia was like South Korea, and I'm sad to name Somalia, but I have to name it for reference for Papua New Guinea to understand the context. Today, Somalia has remained where they are. South Korea has emerged as the 11th biggest economy. A land the size of Western province, our own Western province. They are a little bit over 100,000 square kilometers. Western province is a little bit under 99,000 square kilometers, 98,000 to be exact. They have leapfrogged. They have moved, not because of spatial inclination to self and all this sort of thing, except total inclination, motivation towards nationalism, patriotism, dedication to the call of duty from anyone on the floor to those at the top of the food chain in as far as work is concerned. I want to come here, not in vain, but to charge all your batteries to be patriotic, to be nationalist, to put the interests of your country ahead, and work hard to the best of your ability, so that we not wait next 50 years to grow another 100 billion economy, but we ramp it up in the next 10 years to cross over into a 200 billion economy, and maybe grow double that size from 2033 onwards. This is my charge to you. I don't intend to lecture you more. Find your place. Find your place. There will be only one governor of the Bank of PNG. And if I could add my designation, there will be only one person as Prime Minister of our country. But there are enough work for each and every one of us. In 1973, we were under Australian administration. We were Australians. Today, we are Papua New Guineans. Your nation, our nation, will celebrate 50 years of independence. Few months from today, September 16, 2025, we will celebrate 50 years of independence. Every institution of state who were born before 1975 are expected to report their scorecard as our nation arrives in the 50th anniversary in 2025 on what you have contributed and what you will contribute for the next 50 years. I expect Central Bank to bring a robust monetary policy that facilitates, for instance, keener convertibility to other currencies that we trade with. I expect you to bring to the table ability of Central Bank to facilitate in the economy in a more robust way and not a passive way. I expect you to bring to the contribution on the table in 2025 what you can do to bridge the gap between 113 billion economy in 2023 to a 200 billion economy in the next decade. That is something I expect the board and the governor and all of your staff to bring as we all prepare our nation to be bigger, better from where we are currently at. Thank you very much, all staff, all board of the Central Bank of our country. I look forward to your work again as this bank makes an important journey with the country going forward. You have contributed well to your country. Keep your head high. Your government will ensure the independence of the monetary policy remains vibrant and functional as we work in tandem with our government's fiscal policy to grow economy, make the economy go better moving forward for the next 50 as we start this new level journey. Thank you very much. God bless everyone. If anyone who have dumped in the economy, and our country in 1973? Well, St. Julius, you were proven correct. Grand Chief St. Michael Thomas Sumare, you too were proven correct. Let no one doubt the ability of our country to make progress. It is now up to you and me, this generation, to now create that future for our people, our country. God bless each and everyone.